So once again, we look down at the dummy grid for the start of the finals here at Shenington today for round 3 of the 2019 Daniel Ricciardo Series. DRS62 up first, and it's been a good result so far. 26 drivers in total, hopefully all 26 are out for the final, and very pleased to see that the number 4 kart of Jamie Gurney, who had an incident at the end of the 3rd heat, is out there. He's starting on the 4th row of the grid, so obviously unhurt, just maybe a little bit shaken up, but otherwise perfectly fine. And then we'll take you through the runners and riders of this, the final, the Grand Prix for DRS62. So the drivers getting settled into their karts. Now the last couple of drivers just getting their crash helmets on. They've all got their hands devices, their neck braces on. And it'll be the helmets, the gloves. Time to sit alone with the kart. On the right hand side of your screen, already sat in his kart, the pole man, number 5, Aidan Hassan. 3 wins out of 3 so far today. Archie Heron. So starting at the back of the grid. Let's start from the back and go to the front. Number 109, Ruben Edwards, 10 years old from Weymouth, down on the south coast of England. He starts 26th on the grid. 25th on the grid, number 100, that is Hudson Cross. Hudson missed one of the earlier races and then retired from heat number 2. And 24th on the grid, that will be number 101, Jamie Warner from Billingshurst. And then moving up next on the grid, or next up on the grid, number 114, that will be Hadley Simpson, starting from about 22nd on the grid. I think we've got 25 drivers in this one. 92, moving up is the newcomer, Ewan Scott, came to the DRS Academy yesterday and decided to stay on for the rest of the weekend. And then we have number 75, Jake Bell, starting 20th, up to the top 19 now. 19th on the grid is number 103, Max Winfield, one of the youngest drivers from Camberley. Max starting on the outside of row number 8 in 18th. 17th place in the grid is Jasmine Taylor, the young Bristolian, with family watching from Thailand. It's now very, very late in the evening over in Thailand, so Jasmine got some fans there, and she starts 17th on the grid. 18th on the grid there is Max Haller from Balsall Common in kart number 105. We're missing Craig Evans from the grid in kart number 7. Number 116 is up next, Daniel Weir. So while we wait for Craig Evans to take his place, Daniel Weir starts on the next row of the grid up, and alongside Daniel, on the outside of that row, will be number 102, Mackenzie Taylor. So Mackenzie Taylor, 21st in the championship. Next row up, on the inside of the next row is Ali Hussein, 12 years old from Sheffield. And he'll start the number 86 kart, just outside the top 10. And alongside Ali on that row of the grid, it will be number 76, Sherry Ann Powell. Just 9 years old, one of the best placed young lady on the Grand Prix grid. The next row up will be number 91, Lucius McDermott. Great result for Lucius in the second heat. He's 9 years old, and he's one of the best placed rookies on the grid. And alongside him on the grid, the number 60 kart of Riley Price, not far from up the road at Leicester, 11 years old, one of the older drivers in the field. Then it'll be the number 106 of Aaron Mensah, Anglo-Ghanaian driver, 12 years old from Bromley. Has had a number of top 10 finishes so far this season in the heats, now trying to find a top 10 in the final. And Freddie Cox, 11 years old from Redditch, he starts alongside Aaron Mensah on the outside of that row in kart number 24. Now there's Jamie Gurney onto the fourth row of the grid. Starting 7th will be Gurney, and starting 8th will be the number 117 car of Jacob Ashcroft, his first time out this season. On row 3 will be Daniel Sabula in cart number 113. The number 83 of Josh Turnbull. I'm not sure if we've got all the drivers there. I think we've got 25 drivers. I'm not sure if Craig Evans is out for the Grand Prix. But a pole position will obviously be Ayad Hassan, or Aidan Hassan rather. Archie Harron starts alongside him. So it's Hassan and Harron. The points you see on the screen are the points they've gained through the heat races today. Hassan and Harron on the front row. Finley Watson and Jamie Scott on row 2. Daniel Sabula and Josh Turnbull on row 3. Jamie Gurney after his incident earlier, and Jacob Ashcroft on row 4. Row 5, Aaron Mensah and Freddie Cox. Row 6, Lucius McDermott and Riley Price. Row 7, Ali Hussein and Sherry Ann Powell. And row 8, Daniel Weir and Mackenzie Taylor. Row number 9, Jasmine Taylor and Max Horler. Row 10, Jake Bell and Max Winfield. Row 11, Hadley Simpson and Ewan Scott. Row 12, Hudson Cross and Jamie Warner. And row 13, Craig Evans and Ruben Edwards, although I didn't see Evans on our grid rundown. So we have 25 drivers on track for this 12-minute plus 1 lap final of the Grand Prix itself. Can anybody keep Aidan Hassan at bay? It has proved almost impossible to stay with him, although Archie Harron did manage to stay with him in his previous race. And there's the signal, the driver saying slow down, slow down. Oh, one driver has taken that a little bit too seriously and has decided to stop. Now obviously that's not deliberate, that's he has decided to stop. The cart has decided to stop regardless of the driver's instructions. Will that mean we have a false start? Whilst the Marshals team here at Shenington try to get, and there's the signal, Matt Daniels giving them the signal, and all like little ducks following the big duckling, they roll their hands in the air, wag their fingers to show they're going to go around again. Of course, we've had an incident at the start of the 3rd heat in this class, so hopefully we'll have a nice clean start eventually as the officials try to get that machine that decided to stop going, trying to grab a number to see who it was. I think it may have been certainly one of the novices. Let's see if we get a full complement of 25 drivers, minus of course Craig Evans, and that is a shame because Evans was 5th in the championship coming into this weekend. And there it is, number 117. Oh, that's Jacob Ashcroft getting back underway. So they've restarted the cart. Now, can Ashcroft catch the back of the grid? Here he comes. He may have to start at the back, but not take up his place. Should. Now, is he going to go around? He's getting the signal to hurry up. And he's going to try and get into his grid slot. Now, the driver's being told to slow down. Here comes Ashcroft. He will get into his grid shot. Now, they open the door for him, so that's disaster averted for Jacob Ashcroft. He joins the 24 other DRS62 drivers, led by Aidan Hassan and Archie Harron. Then it's Jamie Scott and Finley Watson, Daniel Sabula, and the number 83 of Josh Turnbull. They come out of Wilkins to the line. Lights are red. Lights are out. We're off and racing in the Grand Prix. Oh, and look at that. Aidan Hassan jinks across to take the racing line, and Archie Harron was there, and then behind them there's another couple of drivers spinning off as well. Oh my word. Well, Aidan Hassan very, very aggressive there, sweeping from the inside out to the outside. And Archie Harron was there, and Archie Harron had to literally spin off the track just to avoid being taken out by the poleman. Aidan Hassan has the lead. Up into second place is Finley Watson in car number 104. Number 9 runs in third place. That is Jamie Scott. Well, I mean, I've seen a couple of incidents at the starts of kart races in my time, but that one is a unique one on me. But of course, Hassan, the poleman, was trying to obviously get to the outside line, so we got the best racing line into the first corner. And he leads the way. Out of Park Bend we go. On his tail is Finley Watson in kart number 104. Daniel Sabula at the inside of Jamie Scott for third place at Stratford. Side by side. Scott hangs on to the position. Jamie Gurney is next. Then it's Josh Turnbull. Jacob Ashcroft is up to 7th. Aaron Mensah is 8th. Ali Hussein is 9th. And Daniel Weir, what a great story for Daniel Weir. First time out, he's up into the top 10. Then it's Jasmine Taylor, Max Haller, Jake Bell. Hudson Cross has made a good start. Side by side again between Gurney and Sabula. Now Gurney takes over 4th place. Sabula back to 5th. Aidan Hassan continues to lead. Now, where is Archie Heron? The answer is 20th. So he's 20th at the moment. He's 10 seconds behind race leader Aidan Hassan. How many positions can Archie Heron make up? We head into Stratford. Finley Watson is hanging on to the rear bumper of the race leader at the moment. He's got to stay in position. He can't, well, if he makes a move and makes a mistake, Aidan Hassan will go. If he tries to start battling with Aidan Hassan, maybe he can drag the chasing pack up towards them, but Gurney now into 3rd, 4th for Scott. Finley Watson, that'll be on his mind. Does he try and pull away just him and Aidan, or does he try and drag Aidan into a multi-cart scrap with the likes of Gurney, Scott, Sabula, Turnbull and Jacob Ashcroft? Fantastic drive from Ashcroft in the number 117 car in 7th place. Mensah is 8th, and look back there, Mensah in kart number 106. Weir is 9th, and there's Weir in the orange crash helmet. So the top 8 have broken clear of this scrap on screen now, and in that battle is the number 6 kart in 20th place, Archie Heron, recovering. But Daniel Weir under pressure. There goes Ali Hussein. Hussein in the number 86 kart picks up 9th place. Weir back to 10th. Side by side still for 3rd place, and they're battling over 3rd place. The 2 leaders have gone. The 2 leaders are up the road now by over a second and a half. So it's now down to Finley Watson to just keep hassling Aidan Hassan, because Gurney in 3rd, Sabula in 4th, Scott in 5th. Sorry, Sabula in 5th rather, because he tried to make a move there on Jamie Scott, but Jamie Scott powered back. And there's Daniel Weir running a little bit wide, coming out of the Bruno chicane as he tries to battle with Ali Hussein and Hudson Cross. Hudson Cross and Hussein side by side into the Bruno chicane. They come out. This is the fight for 9th, 10th, 11th, back to about 21st. As Archie Heron moves up into 18th place in kart number 6. So Heron will try and get to the front of this group. There he goes up the inside, passing the number 81 kart. Sorry, that's the number 91 kart of Lucius McDermott. So Lucius McDermott falls back behind the recovering Archie Heron. There's Aidan Hassan and Finley Watson, 1st and 2nd. The gap back to 3rd place driver. Number 9, Jamie Scott. 4th is Sabula. 5th is Gurney. 6th is Ashcroft in the 117, the 2nd of the rookie drivers. Then it's Mensah in the 106 is 7th rather. 8th for Turnbull in the 83. Turnbull trying to force his way past Aaron Mensah. There's a big gap, a 6-second gap behind Turnbull. So we've got 2 karts battling for the lead, then 2, 4, 5 karts battling for the final podium position at the moment. Sabula gets muscled back by Gurney going into Park Bend on lap number 7, so Gurney retakes 4th place. Jamie Scott still has 3rd and the final podium position. Now Gurney goes up into P3 under braking for Stratford. 6.5 minutes to go, so we're just at half distance. The two leaders are 3 seconds up the road from this battle on screen now, which comes into the Bruno chicane. Led by Gurney, Scott, Sabula, Ashcroft, then Mensah and Turnbull. Behind them, Hudson Cross now runs 9th. 10th is Archie Heron. Archie Heron has got to get past Hudson Cross, which he's going to do on this straight. He's got the inside line. No, actually Hudson Cross holds on. So Heron swings out wide going into Hanger Corner, tucks underneath Cross going into Wilkins. Now we'll check the gap with 6 minutes plus a lap to go next time around. Archie Heron is in 9th position. The gap between himself and 8th place is 8 seconds. 6 minutes plus a lap to make up 8 seconds. That's going to be a very tough ask. He's going to need some help from the group in front of him, and by help I mean he's going to need that group in front of him to battle side by side, which is what they were doing. They're single file now going into Bruno chicane. It's Gurney from Scott, Sabula, Ashcroft, Mensah and Turnbull. But as long as they stay single file, then Heron can't catch them. The more they battle, the slower they go. Oh, they're 3 wide into Wilkins. Scott takes the position. Gurney loses 1 spot, and Sabula thought about passing the pair of them, but eventually passed none of them. Side by side again now. Gurney retakes 3rd place going into Park Bend. Almost every corner these lot are changing position. And we'll check the gap back from Turnbull to Heron, and it's still just about 8 seconds. Last time around though, Archie Heron did a 52.4, Turnbull a 52.2, so now that Heron's in clean air, can he catch them? There's the battle behind Archie Heron. Going through the screen, there's the 106 of Daniel Weir. In fact, a little bit further back, we've got the next battle coming through, but there's again the change for 3rd. Jamie Scott passes Jamie Gurney going into Wilkins. This is the final podium position. Sabula to the inside of Gurney for 4th going into Park Bend. Can't make the move stick. Sabula now trying to undercut coming out of Cafe Corner. He's alongside Gurney, but he's on the outside line for the run through Pitts Bend, so he has to fall back into line. Meanwhile, you're not missing anything at the front. It's still Hussein and Watson separated by a cigarette paper. Into the Bruno chicane go the leaders. Now we wait for the 3rd place battle. Here they come. It's Scott, Gurney, Sabula, Ashcroft, Mensah and Turnbull in 8th place, just watching all this unfold in front of him, waiting to pick up a couple of pieces that might just fall his way. Heron is still 9th, but the gap is not closing as Gurney now takes 3rd place. Going into Wilkins, coming out of Wilkins, Scott on the outside, side by side with Gurney for 3rd. Sabula's going to make it 3 wide, going into Pitts Bend. Are they all going to fit? Yes, they do. Daniel Sabula goes into 3rd place, 3 wide into Pitts Bend at the start of lap number 11. And so it's now the rookie on the podium. Now Sabula in cart number 113. He's finished 8th and 6th in the 2 Grand Prix so far. This would be his best result by a long way. Now he heads up runway straight towards the Bruno Ferrari chicane. You can see that the entire runway straight is clear, because I don't think Archie Heron is making much of an impression on this group despite the battling. So Heron is about 9th, is about all he can hope for. The 2 leaders are 6 seconds up the road, which tells you how much they've been slowing each other down by battling, but it's been a great battle to watch. Oh, penalty for Daniel Sabula. I don't know what that penalty will be. He's 3rd on the road at the moment, but he does have a penalty coming. Around Cafe Corner they go. 2.5 minutes remain. Hassan and Watson separated by 0.3 of a second, so Aidan Hassan is slowly but surely pulling away. There goes Gurney and Scott once again, chopping up position. Aaron Mensah now coming up to play in cart number 106. So Mensah having a little nibble around the rear bumper of Jamie Scott's cart, but he stays in line. Ashcroft is 7th, Turnbull still remains 8th. So Sabula is clear now. Can he pull away? There is a penalty coming, but I'm not sure what for. Into Wilkins again. And around we go to Cafe Corner, 90 seconds to go. It's now Gurney. There is the number 6 cart of Heron. He's pulled clear of Max Horler, who runs in 10th. Lucian doing. Oh, and there is Hudson Cross, beached on the curb at Wilkins. Oh, what a day for Hudson Cross. So we go into 50 seconds to go. Hassan and Watson. First and second. Sabula is third, but with a penalty forthcoming. Gurney, Scott, Mensah, Ashcroft and Turnbull. Heron is 9th. He's clear of Horler in 10th, McDermott in 11th, then Weir, Hussein, Taylor, Josephine Taylor and Jasmine Taylor rather, and then Mackenzie Taylor. There is the number 5 cart. Here's your race leader. They lap a slower driver through the Bruno chicane. Out onto Hanger Straight. 10 seconds to go. Hussein and Watson. So Watson has waited 12 minutes for this. Can he make the move? Nobody has been able to pass Aidan Hassan all day. Last lap board goes out. Hassan looks to his inside. Then he looks to his outside. Watson closing in through Cafe Corner for the final time. Finley Watson's going to have to prepare several corners in advance. Here's the battle for third. It's Gurney, Sabula. Out of Cafe Corner goes the battle for third place. Into Stratford comes the battle for the lead. Watson, they've got slower traffic in front of them in the form of number 114, Hadley Simpson. Bruno chicane for the final time. Watson has bided his time. He doesn't have to worry about what's happening behind him. He's going to have one more chance. Sabula, Scott and Gurney continue to scrap for second. And look at Hassan hugging the inside line. He's got a slower cart to deal with. Watson's going to get a good run as they come towards the line. But it's going to be Aidan Hassan, another win for the championship leader by 1/10 of a second over Finley Watson, who crossed the line in third. It's going to be Gurney in third, fourth for Jamie Scott, fifth on the road for Daniel Sabula. A great 6th place finish for Aaron Mensah. Jacob Ashcroft equally fantastic in 7th place. Josh Turnbull comes home in 8th. Archie Heron in 9th place. Well, he'll be disappointed with that. But from spinning at the start line, he will be pleased to have fought back into 9th place. Max Horler rounds out the top 10. Lucius McDermott finished in 11th. Daniel Weir is 12th. 13th for Jasmine Taylor. Jake Bell comes home 14th. And then it is Ali Hussein in 15th position. Ewan Scott, his first time out in the DRS series. He finishes 16th, followed by Jamie Warner, Max Winfield, Riley Price, and in 20th, Sherry Ann Powell. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was your DRS62 Grand Prix. Let's go and have a little chat with the top 3 drivers. Winning driver, well, Aidan, talk us through the start of that race. Obviously, you made the move and then you were able to get away. What was it like having Finley behind you all the way through that one?
Well, it was a bit scary because I knew someone was behind me, but I didn't know when he would make the move.
I mean, you had to defend pretty strong going into that last corner. Did you think that maybe you left the door open a little bit too much? No, cool as a cucumber. So that's 3 wins out of 3. Championship lead. You must be really confident now heading into the next round of the championship at Wilton Mill.
Yeah.
Excellent. Congratulations. Well done. Your DRS62 Grand Prix winner, Aidan Hassan. Chasing him home all the way was Finley Watson. Finley, I mean, picked you up a couple of places at the start. You've got a smile on your face. Okay, 2nd position, but really pleased with how that went?
Yeah. I managed to gain a few places off the start. Archie went out of nowhere really and went off, and then I managed to stick on back of Aidan and just wanted to bring it home, get the points, and it was a good race.
It was. I mean, was there any chance that Aidan maybe have left it open? You thought there might be an opportunity, or was his defence just too strong?
No, I couldn't have overtaken him really. He was pretty quick.
Congratulations anyway, well done. Second place finisher, Finley Watson. But if the top two had it all their own way, this next driver finishing in third place, Jamie Gurney, well, after an accident at the end of the third race, to bounce back quite literally with the podium. Talk us through that race. That was something else to watch.
Yeah, so with the accident I hurt my arm a little, but it's all right now. And that was a really tough battle between Jamie and Daniel. It was like last lap I think I got him, yeah. And then he almost got me down the inside on the hairpin, but I just about kept my position.
Well done, and you enjoyed that scrap, yes?
Oh yeah.
Excellent, congratulations. Well done, Jamie Gurney, coming back from that incident. So that's the DRS62 Grand Prix over and done with. The next race, the penultimate race of the day here at Shenington, will be the Grand Prix for DRS 100. We'll take you through the full grid very shortly.